Just hit a button, Morty, give me a beat!
Oh man, okay, alright,
Creating a Wonderkid starting 11. For cheap good quality football jerseys, go over to www.jerseyfifa.com where they have the new season's jerseys available from just $25, and they have retro jerseys as well. A link will be left in the description, and if you use the coupon code ATLANTISFOOTBALL you'll get 5% off. So in this video I'm going to be building a starting 11 of the best Wonderkids who are 21 years old and under. Each position will be filled by a player who I think has a potential and will go on to be the best player in the world in that position in the future. So it isn't solely on current ability that these players are being chosen. I will also be doing an alternative or backup option for each position, so in total I will be putting forward 22 players. But before I get into the goalkeeper, put your starting 11 in the comment section below, make sure you subscribe and like the video, and I'll make sure I reply to your comment. I will be doing a video analysing Manchester United's new signings for Facundo Pellistri and Amad Diallo Traore, so make sure you click the bell so you get notified when that comes out. So in the goalkeeper position I've gone with AC Milan's 21-year-old Italian Gigi Donnarumma, who has been around for a few seasons now after he broke into the Milan team at just 16. Donnarumma is a tall, aerially dominant goalkeeper, standing at 6'5", but his height doesn't take away from his ability to get down low and make saves, as he has excellent reflexes and is very good positionally during one-on-ones, almost filling the whole goal when the attacker races through on goal. He has a mental maturity in terms of his composure and decision making that many young goalkeepers do not have, and this is only going to improve as he gets older. We can see from his statistical model how impressive he is, as he overperforms his goals saved above average rate and records a high cross-stopping percentage as well. My alternative option for the goalkeeper position is going to be Luis Maximiano, the 21-year-old from Sporting Lisbon. So onto the right back spot, and I've gone for Chelsea's 20-year-old right back Reece James. James is a powerful dribbler able to progress the ball up the pitch quickly, which can be seen when we look at his statistical model. He ranks around the 70th percentile for both yards progressed and passes into the final third, which are key metrics for fullbacks, as it shows how valuable you are when it comes to moving the ball into areas where chances can be created. His expected assist rate of 0.19 per 90 ranks in the 97th percentile for fullbacks in Europe's top 5 leagues, which shows James to one of the best creative right backs around. His pace and power also help him defensively. Combine this with his tackling ability and reading of the game and we can see why he ranks high for tackles completed, tackle to dribble pass ratio and interceptions. James is a right back who could fit into any offensive system, which is crucial for the modern day fullback. The alternative option I've gone for is Brighton's 20-year-old English right back Tariq Lamptey. So at left back we've got one of the most obvious picks, which is Alphonso Davies, who at just 19 has already set the world on fire with his pace, dribbling ability and output in the final third, resembling that of a top level winger, but playing further back he seems to have made his position his own. Defensively he has improved drastically with his pace and one-on-one defending ability, making him capable of playing against Europe's elite already. We saw in the Champions League last season that, like Alexander-Arnold on the other side, he is a legitimate attacking weapon for his side. Just looking at his statistical model we can see he ranks around the 90th percentile and above for every significant defensive and offensive metric, which is why I would consider Davies world class at this young age, and he's only going to improve over the next few seasons. The alternative option I've gone for at the left back position is Juventus' 21-year-old Italian Luca Pellegrini, who is currently on loan at Genoa. So in the first centre-back position I've gone for Matthijs de Ligt, who cost Juventus £67 million when they signed him after his outstanding 2018-19 season at Ajax. De Ligt is already a top-level centre-back and has all the attributes needed to become the world's best and resembles someone like Sergio Ramos. This is because he is an excellent tackler, particularly in his own box, and makes a lot of last-ditch tackles and headers, similar to the Real Madrid captain. He is quick across the ground and very good on the ball, which makes him suitable for a high-pressing, possession-oriented system, which is critical for a centre-back in this era. Alongside de Ligt I've gone for RB Leipzig's 21-year-old, soon to be 22-year-old Dayot Upamecano, who like de Ligt is an athletic, physical centre-back who can play in a high defensive line and is a very good long passer whilst also being composed when under pressure. From his statistical model from the last 2 seasons alone, we can see how good he is. He ranks in the 85th percentile or higher for interceptions, tackles and tackle to dribble pass completion ratio, whilst also ranking highly for his on the ball metrics like passes into the final third, yards progressed and his pass completion rates. As the 2 alternative centre-back choices, I've gone for Sevilla's 21-year-old French centre-back Jules Koundé and another RB Leipzig centre-back Ibrahima Konate. So on to the central midfield position, and my first pick is going to be Rennes' 17-year-old French midfielder Eduardo Camavinga. Camavinga can play in a midfield double pivot, but I think will progress into the reduced role in a midfield 3 as the deepest single pivot, similar to how Rodri or Jorginho are deployed. Camavinga is not the player to be creating chances, but a player who, similar to Thiago Alcantara, is moving the ball into the final third frequently for players ahead of him to create. If you want to see more about how Thiago Alcantara operates, check out my analysis of him I did a couple of months ago, which will be linked in the description and in the eye above. Camavinga is very press resistant, able to hold on to the ball when under pressure, and is very good at progressing the ball up the pitch with his dribbling through the centre of the field. He's also very composed and makes good decisions for such a young player. When we look at his statistical model, he looks even more impressive with his defensive numbers standing out, especially his tackles completed and pressures, which shows that as he improves his on the ball ability even further, he's going to develop into one of the best deep line midfielders in the world. Next to him I've chosen Bayern Munich's 21-year-old Frenchman Michael Cuisance, who is currently on loan at Marseille. I'd describe Cuisance as a roaming playmaker, and he reminds me a lot of Ian Robben in terms of his body posture when on the ball, shifting the ball quickly with his left foot. He's an excellent dribbler, able to progress the ball up the pitch through the centre of the field with his close control dribbling, which is a rarity among central midfielders. This can be seen as in the 500 odd minutes he's played for Bayern Munich and Gladbach in the last 2 seasons, he sits in the 100th percentile amongst other central midfielders in Europe when it comes to dribbles completed, with 3.99 per 90. In this sense, I would say that Cuisance is most like Kevin De Bruyne, who I would also describe as a roaming playmaker, having the dribbling ability, flair, vision and passing ability to make him a threat in the final third as well. With his technical ability and unique attributes for a central midfielder, I can easily see Cuisance developing into the best central midfielder in world football. The 2 alternative central midfielders I've gone for are Maxime Carragher from Lyon and Ricky Puig from Barcelona. So now on to the central attacking midfield position, and I've chosen Real Madrid's 21-year-old Norwegian Martin Odegaard. Odegaard has really transformed in recent seasons from a quick wide attacker into a player who can play in the central attacking midfield and be the side's main creative weapon. He's an excellent dribbler, able to press the attack forward through the centre of the pitch with his close ball control and powerful acceleration. But it's around the box where he really stands out. He has a top level weight of pass, able to thread passes through the backline perfectly. Combine this with his vision and awareness of players' movement ahead of him, he's already one of the best central attacking midfielders in the world. Odegaard could play on the flanks as a wide playmaker moving in field, but I think his best role in the side would be as an advanced playmaker in the central attacking midfield position. We can see this when we look at his creative metrics, as he completed the 7th most key passes in La Liga last season with 2.2 per 90, had an expected assist rate of 0.19 per 90, made 2.6 passes into the box per 90, and completed 2.24 dribbles per 90, showcasing Odegaard's creative and dribbling ability to full effect. The alternative option I've gone for in this position is Chelsea's Kai Havertz. For the wide attacking midfield positions, we have 2 players who I think are already world class and could be competing for the Ballon d'Or in the next 2 seasons. The first, starting from the right, is Jadon Sancho, who is an outstanding carrier of the ball and chance creator. His interplay is exceptional on the right flank, and his decision making, composure and vision are all incredible for a 20-year-old. But you've seen multiple times for Dortmund how good Sancho is in a quick transition and attack, dribbling forward with the ball, picking the right passes in the build-up, and having the end product in the final third to either create or finish a chance. We can see just how good he is by looking at his statistical model from last season, where he has a non-penalty XG rate ranking in the 93rd percentile with 0.35 per 90, whilst also massively overperforming it with 0.58 non-penalty goals per 90, ranking in the 97th percentile, which are both absolutely insane numbers. Creatively, he ranks in the 95th percentile for expected assists, shot creating actions, yards progressed, dribbles completed and passes into the box, showing that Sancho is already one of the best players in the world in the wide attacking midfield positions. I have actually decided to put Sancho on the left side of the attack rather than the right, because I think he can play on either flank as a natural winger. The other player I've chosen to put on the right is the first name on everyone's Wonderkid list, Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe is 21, a year older than Sancho, but like the Englishman, he can already be considered a world-class player and has been for a few seasons now. His pace is electric, which enables him to motor past defenders at will, whilst also having the finishing ability, movement and ball control to be a world-class centre forward if he moved into that position. So in many ways, Mbappe is a perfect inside forward, especially from the right side. When we look at Mbappe's statistical model from the past 2 seasons in Ligue 1 and the Champions League, we can see what a phenomenal player he is. He's an absolutely obscene non-penalty XG rate of 0.95 per 90, ranking in the 100th percentile or the top 1% when compared to other wide attackers in Europe, which even for a player in Ligue 1 is incredible. However, he actually manages to overperform this rate with 1.02 non-penalty goals per 90, which is a rate only Messi and Ronaldo have been able to attain over the past decade or so. His expected assist rate, shot creating actions and successful dribbles are also at an extraordinarily high level, showing that Mbappe is just as good at creating chances for others as he is at scoring them himself. For the alternative options on the flanks, I've gone for Ansu Fati on the left and Vinicius Jr. on the right. Now we come on to the centre forward position, and I've chosen Borussia Dortmund's 20-year-old Norwegian striker Erling Haaland. Haaland has been a phenomenon since last season when he moved to Red Bull Salzburg in 2019, where he scored 28 goals in 20 games during the first part of the 2019-2020 season, including 8 goals in the group stage of the Champions League. He carried on his goal scoring form when he moved to Borussia Dortmund in January 2020, so far hitting 21 goals in 23 games in all competitions. This goal scoring rate comes from Haaland's incredible finishing ability when in one-on-ones, as he has the awareness and movement to make the perfect run in behind the back line, whilst also having the composure and technique to finish past the keeper, usually into the corners as though it's been programmed into him. His movement in the box is world class, able to make the perfect run ahead of his marker, onto the cross and finish past the keeper. When we look at his statistical model, we can see just how incredible he is. For a start, his non-penalty XG rate is absolutely insane, up there with Mbappe's with 0.70 per 90, but like Mbappe, he massively overperforms this with 1.17 goals per 90, which is genuinely on the same level as Messi and Ronaldo, and this is over a sustained period of time and a total of 1,616 minutes in the Champions League and Bundesliga last season for Red Bull Salzburg and Borussia Dortmund. Another metric which is impressive is Haaland's non-penalty XG per shot, which sits at 0.24 per 90, showing that Haaland is nearly always shooting from a high value XG position, which is exactly what you want from your striker. Haaland's creative metrics aren't as high as Mbappe or Sancho's, but this isn't his game. He's an advanced forward whose sole job is to make well-timed runs in behind the back line and finish the chances when they are created for him. And the alternative option I've gone for in the centre forward position is going to be Manchester United's Mason Greenwood. So this is the final 11. Let me know your Wonderkid 11 in the comment section below and give me some video suggestions. Remember to give the video a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. I'll also leave some of my other videos that you may not have already watched in the description below as well.